The Mazda CX-60 has always been a frustrating car to review because it gets so much right and then trips over one thing. Here is a mid-size SUV with genuine premium ambitions, a beautiful cabin and a rare straight-six engine, sold for noticeably less than the German names it wants to fight. The problem was always the way it rode. It was firm and unsettled in a class where comfort matters, and that one flaw held the whole car back. So the most important thing about the 2026 CX-60 is not a new screen or a new color. It is what Mazda has done underneath. None of that drama shows on the outside, where the CX-60 has always been one of the best-looking SUVs in its class. It uses Mazda's long hood, set-back cabin proportions to look more like a premium rear-drive estate than a generic crossover, and the deep vertical grille gives it real presence. In this black paint, parked among ordinary family cars at an outdoor dealer event, it carries itself like something more expensive. Mazda's designers understand restraint, and the result is a shape that should still look good long after trendier rivals have dated. Open the door and the premium case gets even stronger. This is one of the nicest interiors at the price. Full stop. The cabin is trimmed in pale, soft leather with real metal and wood accents. The seats are beautifully shaped, and everything is screwed together with the kind of precision you expect from a class above. Crucially, Mazda keeps physical controls for the things you use most, with proper dials and a rotary controller rather than burying everything in a touchscreen. It feels calm, expensive, and built to last. Sit inside a CX-60, and the lower price compared to a German rival starts to feel like a genuine bargain rather than a compromise. Practicality is solid without being class-leading. Behind the rear seats there is 570 liters of boot space, a little more than you get in a BMW X3 or Audi Q5, though the long body means the back seat is merely good rather than enormous. It is a comfortable 5-seater for a family, with the usual charging points and storage, just not the roomiest option, if outright space is your single priority. Under that long hood is where Mazda does things differently. You can have the CX-60 with a smooth straight-six diesel in 2 outputs, around 200 or 250 horsepower, an engine almost no rival still offers, or as a 2.5-liter plug-in hybrid with a combined 327 horsepower and an electric range of around 39 miles. They are strong, characterful engines that suit the premium feel. Which brings us to the ride, the CX-60's old weakness. For 2026, Mazda has retuned the rear suspension with softer springs and recalibrated dampers, and it is a real improvement. The car settles more and crashes less over rough roads than it used to. The honest catch is that it still rides firmer and busier than a BMW X3 or a Volvo XC60, so if a soft, isolating ride is your top priority, those rivals still do it better. If breakdowns like this help you decide, subscribe so you catch the next one. But the gap is now small enough that the CX-60's other strengths can finally do the talking. That is the real story of the 2026 CX-60. Mazda has not reinvented it because it never needed reinventing. It has quietly fixed the one thing that kept it off so many shortlists, leaving a handsome, beautifully built 6-cylinder SUV that undercuts the German default. For buyers who care more about how a car feels and looks than about chasing a badge, it has never made more sense.